It all began on an ordinary evening that turned unexpectedly significant. After a long, exhausting day, the single dad stayed late to finish some extra work when he noticed his boss, someone usually so composed and respected, struggling to stay steady after a company event. Others had already left, pretending not to see, but he couldn't. Despite their differences in status, he saw a person in trouble, not a title. Without hesitation, he stepped forward, guiding her away from a potential scene that could have damaged her dignity and career. He called a cab, made sure she got home safely, and left quietly, never expecting acknowledgement or reward. For him, it was simply the right thing to do. In that moment, his humanity outweighed hierarchy, proving that sometimes the truest strength lies in quiet actions done for the sake of someone else's dignity. That night was more than just an act of kindness. It was a rare moment when status and position faded into the background. The single dad didn't see his boss as the woman who signed his paychecks or led meetings with authority. He saw someone vulnerable, human, and in need of help. In that instant, titles didn't matter, reputations didn't matter. What mattered was compassion. And though he knew she might never mention it, he still chose to act with respect and care, protecting her image as if it were his own. Sometimes life places us in moments where our choices define who we truly are, not the roles we play or the power we hold, but the humanity we carry within. In that fleeting encounter, it wasn't about an employee saving a boss. It was simply one person standing up for another when it mattered most. True character is revealed not when the world is watching, but in the quiet moments when no applause is expected. That night, the single dad had every reason to walk away. No one would have blamed him, and no one would have known. Yet he chose to help, guided not by obligation, but by the principles that defined him. He didn't record the moment, didn't boast about it, and didn't expect anything in return. His strength wasn't loud or showy. It was steady, calm, and rooted in decency. For a man who already carried the weight of being both a father and a provider, his choices spoke volumes about the kind of example he wanted to set for his child. He showed that dignity and kindness aren't just values, they're actions. In that silent act, he proved that integrity isn't about who's watching, it's about who you are when no one is. The next morning, as she woke and pieces of the previous night began to return, she felt a wave of embarrassment wash over her. But mixed with that was gratitude. Gratitude for the man who had quietly protected her when she couldn't protect herself. She remembered the calm way he spoke, the respect in his tone, the way he never once made her feel small or judged. It would have been easy for her to pretend nothing happened, to walk into the office and bury it under layers of professionalism. But she didn't. Instead, she looked him in the eye and acknowledged what he had done, not just with words, but with a new kind of respect. In that moment, she saw him differently, not as just another employee, but as someone whose character stood taller than any title or rank ever could. From that day on, something subtle yet powerful changed between them. The air of formality that once defined their interactions softened into mutual understanding. She began to notice the small things about him, the patience in his tone, the quiet strength behind his words, the way he carried responsibility not just at work but at home as a father. What once was a distant professional relationship started to grow into one of trust and genuine respect. For her, it was humbling to realize that true leadership isn't about power, but about recognizing goodness where it lives, even in those society often overlooks. And for him, it was proof that integrity does not go unseen. It has a way of earning admiration from even the most unexpected places. Through one moment of compassion, two people began to see each other not as roles, but as real, imperfect, and deeply human beings.